Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Monday Morning Theology. You know, one of the most amazing things to me about the gospel that Jesus brought to the earth is that when he called people to follow him, he doesn't expect us to follow him all alone in this life. Instead, he says, everyone who follows me, I want you to join in with a community of people who are also trying to follow me so that you can love one another, encourage one another, and ultimately help one another in this life to be better followers of Jesus. And he calls this idea the church. A church is just a simple collection, a community of people who are trying to follow Jesus. And in Hebrews chapter 10, starting at verse 24, the Bible talks about what this community of people is supposed to look like. In Hebrews 10:24 says, "Let us consider how to stir one another up to love and good works." And one thing that I really want to draw out of this verse that I think is really amazing, it says, "Let us consider how to stir one another up." And so this idea of thinking about ways people are wired, thinking about their personalities, thinking about their likes and interests and the way that God made them, thinking about people in particular, and finding ways to encourage them to have more joy in Jesus, to love Jesus more. And one thing that I think is really revolutionary about this idea is a lot of times in the world, and a lot of times out there in the world and in the news and in the media and on Facebook, you see people talking about, we should just love other people, but it's a lot of times very vague, very generic, but it never gets into particulars. And so something that I see very revolutionary in this verse in Hebrews is that it calls us to love particularly. It calls us to love people in a particular fashion. And so this week, what I really want to encourage you to do, and I really hope that you end up doing this, it's really going to bless you and bless someone close to you, is I want you to think about someone in particular in your life, in your community, maybe at your church or in your family or at your work, but I want you to think about someone in particular, and I want you to take a few moments, sit down, think about how is that person wired? What are the things that they love? Do they really love music? Do they really love books? How are they wired? Are they introverted? Are they extroverted? Just think about how God made them as a human, and then once you kind of figure that out, once you've got that in your mind, try to think of one way that's going to serve them in particular. So if this is someone who really likes music, then go find a song and send it to them and encourage them and say, hey, I really thought about you whenever I heard this song. Or if they really like to read, buy a book, recommend a book to them. Just do something that's going to help them in particular have more joy in Jesus Christ. I think as we do that, we're going to be showing ourselves as this countercultural community, a community of love in the world, just the way that Jesus designed it. I love you, and I'm praying for you.